Welcome everybody to a wonderfully exciting edition of Success in the Classroom. I am so thrilled to have none other than Superintendent Dr. Karen Barber with us this morning. Welcome, Dr. Barber.
Well, thank you, Dr. Shepard.
It has been a fast and furious school year.
Yes.
We are at the end, and you look at the calendar and you kind of go, gosh, we should be back in March somewhere.
I know,
right?
I know.
But it's been a really exciting school year, and I know there's been so much to celebrate, but I really want to talk about the most pressing thing right now, graduation.
Oh, yes.
It's graduation season,
Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about what that's been like.
Well, we have 9 single graduations for our high schools, 9. And then, of course, we have elementary schools that
Yes.
also have graduations.
Yes.
But 9 high school graduations we have each year. And
Wow.
we've had 4 of those. We have 5 to go.
Yes.
But they are just a wonderful culmination. And I do want to tell you a quick story. I was at one of our high schools, and I walked into the guidance office to just present some flowers and a certificate of appreciation to one of our guidance counselors for her work. And there was a parent in her office just sobbing. And I listened for a minute, and they were happy tears.
Oh,
and the
that's
reason
awesome.
that she was there and the reason she was crying was because her son had to take his exams multiple times to get that scored to get his high school diploma. Okay. And he finally reached the score he needed in math. And he will be the first person in their family to have a high school diploma.
Wow.
This changes the trajectory of a whole family when that happens.
Wow.
That's what we're celebrating.
Listen, y'all, and it's happening right
Yeah.
here in Santa Rosa County,
Yes.
Florida. That
Yes.
is amazing. So on that note,
Yes.
FAST data.
Oh.
We had new standards
Yeah,
this
we
year,
sure did.
best standards, new assessments to serve as a baseline. But a little birdie told me that there's been some data put out there, and we here in Santa Rosa County,
Yeah.
yet again, scored well above the state
Oh.
average in our ELA and math
Oh,
categories.
absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. In many grade levels, we are between 8% and 20% above the state average.
Wow.
Above the state average. So,
Wow.
yes, we are shining.
Gosh,
Very bright.
and you know, I kind of almost don't really want to boast, but kind of really want to boast.
Yes, yes.
That is tremendous.
Yeah.
That is tremendous.
Our students took it seriously. Our teachers and staff worked so hard.
Yes.
Really appreciate parents making this a priority with their
Absolutely.
children too.
Yeah.
And so we're shining very brightly.
Wow, keep those light
Yeah.
bulbs on. I love it. So I also look. There's so much that has happened this school year. Way too much to pack into a small segment, but increased opportunities. I know that has been something that you've really talked about this school year. It's very evident in the schools. Going into 23-24, what can our stakeholders, our families, our students, what can they expect?
Well, we're looking at extracurricular as well as what kind of educational opportunities our students have. So we're continuing to use our broadcast classrooms to provide advanced placement, dual enrollment classes, geometry at the middle school that wasn't offered before at many of those schools because of the small number of students who were able to take geometry.
Right.
But now with broadcast classrooms, they are able to do that. But next year we will have a football program at Central School. Yes.
History in the making.
Absolutely. We're adding middle school sports.
Right.
And so we'll have a track, cross country,
Okay.
and then a 3-on-3 basketball tournament.
Okay.
So middle
Okay.
school sports.
Yes.
And the community has wanted this for a long time, and we're so happy that we're able to do that next year.
Wonderful.
We have an orchestra program that's going to
Yes.
begin in the Gulf Breeze system. That was one
Okay.
thing that was important to that community. And so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully it goes extremely well, and we can expand to other schools that might be interested in having an orchestra program.
Wonderful. Gosh, orchestra in
Yeah,
Santa
I
Rosa
know,
County Schools.
I know.
I remember orchestra when I was in 5th grade. It was phenomenal.
Right.
But, wow, our students will now have
Right.
that opportunity.
Well, we
That's
have
great.
students who move from other areas of the country, and some of those children may play the violin or the cello, and they come here, and we don't have a place for them to be able to play that instrument.
Right.
Now we will.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So real quick, before we close out, last year we embarked on something just tremendous, a tremendous journey called the strategic plan
Yes.
process. 5-year plan. What can we tell stakeholders about where we are in that process currently? I know there's been a lot of things implemented through critical initiatives, but where do we go from here?
Right. Well, the increased opportunities were part of that strategic plan. So
Okay.
every time we look at extracurricular or our increased educational opportunities, that relates straight back to that strategic plan and our mission to love, educate, and prepare all students for graduation and a successful
Yes.
future. Our communications, that's been an incredibly successful initiative this year. Of course, we heard from our parents, we love the communication, but can you streamline it so that we're not looking at 5, 6 different apps, but
Right.
one app.
Right.
And so you had your pilot this year,
Yes, yes. And on June 8th, we'll make that big announcement to all of our stakeholders, and we're really excited. That was a lot of work, and the feedback that we received from school sites that piloted and our parents was really tremendous feedback. Really
Yeah,
tremendous.
yeah.
Excited
I'm
about
very
that.
excited about that.
Yes.
And then, of course, we want to be good stewards of tax dollars. So
Absolutely.
we are looking at what is the return on investment we are getting for every penny that we spend, whether it's in human resources, whether it's in instructional technology. Are we getting the return on investment? And that means it's directly related to student performance.
Right.
Right, and so we've got a program called Glimpse now that will help us to analyze our outcomes to see, did we get the outcome we expected? And if not, let's not spend our money in that way.
Right. Listen, what more can you ask for, right? Now, I know you always say, Dr. Barber, that we are happy about certain areas where we're headed, but we're not satisfied.
Right.
And we keep moving.
Yeah.
We keep moving forward. So as we close out the 22-23 school year, move into the 23-24 school year, planning over the summer, what parting words can you give our seniors, our stakeholders, our families for all that they've done and accomplished this year as well?
Well, listen, career technical education is exploding in Santa Rosa
Yes,
County.
it is.
Exploding.
Yes,
and
it
I
is.
believe, this is an early estimate, but that we will almost double the number of industry certifications that our students earned this year over last year.
Phenomenal.
And last year was impressive.
Last
But
year was
we
impressive.
are really, especially at our middle schools, really increasing opportunities for industry certification for our
Yes.
students.
Yes.
Those credentials are really valuable, and our students are getting them. In fact, I was at Jay Elementary at their 6th grade graduation today, and there were 20 students who now have digital information certification.
That's
Yes,
great.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
That's really a big one. And you know, with those opportunities also come scholarship opportunities
Yes,
too. And so
yes.
we have significantly increased the number of scholarships and the amount of the scholarship awards
Yes.
this year over last year.
Yes.
So, you know, every year we're striving for excellence, but we're always going to try and raise the bar and raise the
Absolutely.
bar because that's what our kids deserve.
Absolutely. And speaking of scholarships, even had our very first kindergarten
Yes.
scholarship that was awarded this year.
Florida prepaid scholarship.
Florida prepaid.
Yes.
That is amazing, amazing. Well, Dr. Barber, thank you so much. I know it's a busy time of year. You're headed out to school sites doing celebrations and graduations. So thank you so much for taking time to be with us this morning.
A lot of success in the classroom this year.
A lot of success, a lot of success, and we owe it all to our teachers, students, and stakeholders. Hey guys, we'll see you next time on Success in the Classroom.